Alright guys, welcome. Just fixing to qualify here. I'm at another dirt track race. It's Kokomo Speedway. I believe it's on the East Coast. Hopefully no one cringed that I got that totally wrong. Man, it is a bull ring. It's really tough. I have to admit before I hit the track here that this is one that I am not feeling that great about because it's such a tight bull ring. You'll see when I qualify here that man, it is just tough. So let me get out and qualify, let you see the track, and we're getting ready to start heat races here in just a few minutes.
Stay behind the line. Okay, David, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Sort of always turning.
P12, you're currently 1.0 off the pace. 1 gallon remaining.
So you can see it is just really tough, and I do not think I hit a good lap here. So this one is going to be a little bit challenging here. Go over to spectate you for a minute. Looks like a 10.3. Man, that is so fast here. But they're finding a way to kind of stay in the throttle all the way around. I'm hoping that I am going to be able to do the same. And anyhow, in the sprint race, the heat race, I've got a couple of different setups, and I think I'm going to run the regular one and just lower the fuel a little bit. So let's take a look here. It doesn't look like it's going to let me back on the track. So I'll have to kind of check my fuel here as we move over to the sessions. But looks like there are, gosh,
that's the end of the session, P13.
Yeah, 25 or 30 guys here. So it looks like I'm actually going to be in the first grid race. So let's get in. And I don't think I've got way too much fuel in this thing. So let me go down. Cool. $5 gallons, that should be enough, I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. I think that should be enough for the sprint race here, and I think what I'm gonna do is just no, I'm not gonna touch the wing. I'm just gonna run the race here. See kind of what I get. I don't really have anything to lose. I'm starting in 7th of, it looks like 9th position. We may have 3
The track
heats.
temp is 71. The air temp is 76 Fahrenheit.
Eight laps, about 2 for sure, maybe.
Hold position behind the pace car in the inside lane.
But I've just been kind of jumping into these. I found some setups that I can use, and I've been really just kind of jumping into the races. Fairly cold, not a lot of practice, so my expectations are low. Really, the only expectations I have is to have fun. This has certainly been the hardest track, though, of the 4 now that I've raced. This one is, it's just so short, and it's so much of it's almost like it's a circle. So it's definitely an oval, but it's more like a circle,
stay calm,
and you're
focus.
just sort of never really straight. But I'm going to see what I can do here. I'm out here in race conditions for the first time.
Floor it.
Got a car on the inside. Clear inside.
time was 11.8. The leader has just done a 10.6. That last lap was 11.9. Push now, the guy behind is catching. Halfway home, fuel's good, that was 11.6. P7, the gap in front has increased, it's now about 0.9.
Let's put some more wing into it.
That was 11.9.
Oh, there I'm into the wall.
White flag, one more to go. White flag, one more lap. B6, and there's the finish. Good result, mate, well done.
Alright, so some sort of way I ended up in 6th place there. Which is shocking, because I felt like I drove like shit. Move over to the spectate view here on my video. So it looks like we're gonna have 2 heats? Yeah, heat 1 and heat 2, then a consolation
We don't know who that
race.
guy
So in this second heat, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The track temp is 71, the air temp is 76 Fahrenheit. Stay behind the pace car in the inside column.
Okay, I am actually gonna go back to the amount of fuel. That was in the setup. I also have a setup that is kind of set to run the bottom. And kind of thinking I'm going to just go ahead and wing it and go with that setup for the race. Because I am just not
Be ready, we're about to go
feeling
green.
good about my ability up top.
Go, go, go. 1 gallon remaining.
Alright, here is the second heat here now. Good race up front. A lot of guys in the wall, so at least I'm not alone on the whole wall thing. Oh, huge wreck. Wow.
Patterson has just retired from the race.
So, okay, here we go now. I mean, I'm locked into the feature. So, 6th place in my heat. Our heat was, for the most part, fairly clean. And it looks like I will be in. And it looks like we will now go into the consolation 10 lap race for 4 of these guys to come forward and join us. Alright, here they are.
10 laps. Make them count. P11.
It's like we've got 4 guys, and it looks like all 4 of them are going to come in. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. 4 guys racing.
Catch up to
I'm
car
showing
number
4 spots.
06.
So this is really just to set the grid. At this point, nobody's going home from this one. And boy, I just don't know. I just don't know if I'll run this bottom setup that I don't have a ton of experience with, or do I run the top one?
Okay, David, here we go.
I'm going to watch these guys a little bit, see kind of where they're running, kind of make my final decision.
Green, green, green. You've got 1 gallon left.
Yeah, I just can't help but feel like you've got to be up top here, or at least have the ability to go up there. So I'm going to go with the top setup. These guys are, poor bastards, are just kind of all over the place here. Actually, it looks like there are 5 of them in the race. I see a 5th one. These are the guys that are definitely struggling. Yeah, there are 5 of them, so one of them will actually be going home. Guys definitely aren't running 10-second lap times in the race. Traffic, so that's at least encouraging. Maybe if I can just kind of keep it out of the wall, I can do a little better than I think I can, or thought I could. Alright, so it looks like they just finished here. So we should now have a starting lineup for the feature.
Patterson has just retired.
And it looks like I'm going to start the feature 11th position. So let's go ahead and get out here and just give it a shot. I am going to dial in a little bit more wing. For a little bit more downforce. Okay, we're going to do 30 laps. This is the feature at Kokomo daytime race. Starting in 11th position.
30 laps. Let's make them count. The track temp is 71. The air temp is
Out of 18,
76
so,
Fahrenheit.
You know, as bad as I felt like I was in practice and the
Follow car number 06.
heat race, I'll take that. This is, I really feel like, going to be survival. Oh, at this track, it's a challenging track. It's a small track. There's a lot of guys out here. I can tell a lot of different skill levels in this race. Probably a lower split since my I rating in these dirt races is not
Speak more
real
clearly,
high.
I can't hear you.
Crew chief in my ear. British guy at a dirt track, he didn't know what to do with himself. Alright, here we go.
Stay calm, focus.
"30 laps. Expecting a lot of caution flags."
Green, let's go, let's go.
Yeah,
Position.
David. Oh, spinning. We're yellow here. We may have been yellow because of me, although I don't think so. Maybe so. I may have dropped all the way to the back here. Let's see where I shake out here. This thing's got me in 10th place.
Place.
Actually, now I've dropped back to 17,
just
so
11.5.
I think I am kind of in last here.
P16.
Just can't get on the throttle. Another yellow. Another yellow, another... Man, gosh, I just do not feel... Maybe it's just you don't feel good on this track, no matter what you do. I'm going to add a little more downforce to it. A couple more clicks and see if that helps me. On the lead lap still.
Okay, David, the next car is Wilson, 15th place.
Feeling a little better here all of a sudden. So a little bit more wing in the car. And another caution here. A little bit more wing in the car, and I figured out just kind of how to
P14.
modulate the throttle here. So that's a good sign. Can you pass the 7? Alright, 14th place. I'd be real happy with a top 10.
V12.
You've got a car low. Clear low.
Another caution. But that's allowing me to work my way back up here, so after that early spin, working myself back up a little bit, so... Car feels better for me though, so that's a good sign. So this is my 4th race. I've been really enjoying, put the oval wheel back on, been enjoying these sprint cars on dirt. Huge fan of this stuff. Went to the races when I was a kid, like to go at my local Texas Motor Speedway dirt track when I get the opportunity. I've got a flow racing thing I like to watch. Alright, here we go.
Car inside. Clear low. Car low. You're clear inside.
V13.
What in the hell is going on with this guy in front of me here? Good lord. Dial the wing back a little bit. These guys can't go a lap without wrecking. This is not good.
good for fuel. P12.
Man, some of these guys are just
P10.
warping like crazy. So we haven't done much racing here. We've done a lot of pacing around because of a lot of, man, just guys all over the place out here. Just no car control. And I think some bad internet connections to boot has made for a tough race here. Maybe we can get a good 10-lap shootout here or something would be nice. Now I'm around. The caution flag. I think I just wrecked the leader.
Clear inside. Inside, clear low.
P9.
Whew, this is rough. And I have to say, I mean, they've been rough, I've been rough. This is just a extremely demanding track. And if you can't get into a rhythm, it's just a comedy of errors, and that's what it's been here tonight. Just no consistency out of anybody. Certainly not proud of my effort, and you know, some of these guys have got to feel the same way. All that said, we still have a race to finish.
P8.
Car low. Clear low.
10th position. Mitchell, behind is pitting. P11. That lap was a 12.8.
Outside, clear high.
You need to push if we're going to hold this position. That lap time was 12.9.
On the outside. You clear high.
P11. That lap was a
I just figured it out. Finally, it's just you got to put a ton of counter steer into this track.
Two to go. White flag, last lap. P10, white flag, one more lap.
You've got a car high. You clear outside.
All right.
9. Okay, that's the end. Good
Raced
finish,
my
mate.
way
Well
back
done.
up there to
Repeat,
ninth
please.
place. Wow, that was tough. Whew, I have not remembered a race like that being that tough. But something clicked for me there at the end. I finally figured out why I didn't have the control. And it was, you've got to counter steer like crazy on this thing. So, looks like I ended up in 9th position. So let's go back and watch those last 5 or 6 laps where I was really starting to move up the field. It was about here where we restarted. We're green by here. Go ahead and just watch from here. So here I was, this is me kind of up here at the top, paused. I was in a 11th position here at this point in the race. And let's get an idea. Some of the other guys was that I was racing. Started on the restart, and boy, I just did not feel good. Kind of was the theme for the whole race, and then you'll notice here, probably start noticing my front wheels. 2 or 3 laps into this run, I figured out that I've got to counter steer this thing and sort of flick the wheel. There I start to do it. Start to flick the wheel going in to counter steer the car, and as soon as I did that, I started moving up here. You can see me really starting to mow down some of these cars. And of course they were having trouble as well. Ended up getting around this 12 car. I believe this was for position. threw it in here on him. And I believe I got around both of these guys. And that allowed me to cross in ninth, so very interesting. Really loved it. Man, it was hard. So just to wrap up here, we'll take a quick look at a little bit more data. So it looks like I ended up finishing in ninth place. Let's go all the way over here to the feature. Yeah, ninth out of about 20 something in here. Looks like we had about 23 or 4 guys. Ninth place. Ended up with a really bad qualifying. I mean, at this point, I didn't know how to drive the car at this track. I was fighting it. I'm interested, though, to see here at the end of the race. Yeah, these last 7 or 8 laps, I mean, up here, we just didn't get to race. But I started to kind of string together some stuff. And if we take a look at, let's just see what the leaders were running at the end. Yeah, they were running in the 12s as well, getting down into the 11s when they got a good lap. So, but anyhow, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Let's grab a screenshot or two here of the car. I like to do that, especially of the car taking the checkered flag, which I believe should be right here. That was the white, so let's watch it come around one more time for the checker. And so there's the checker. And that should be a pretty good screenshot, right? So, snipping tool. Screenshot. I got code. There we go. So I've got a nice screenshot, and I think at this point we can wrap up. So ended up being a fun event, and I will get the video posted. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate the support as always, and hope the video turned out okay. I've got some new settings here, so giving those a shot, and hopefully they turned out okay. Take care.